And people are out there just throwing advice like it's nothing.
Like Oprah, you got advice, you get advice, you get advice. It's like, please.
Right?
That's what we call like motivation porn, right? Incessant, never-ending motivation, inspiration. You need more and more and more and more.
Yes,
and more.
yes. And there's this toxic culture that's right now, it's promoting the suppression of emotions like anger, sadness, grief. Why? These are just emotions. Why am I going to suppress them? Why should I feel bad for example, having a moment of pessimism? I'm human. Why this aggressive optimism? Like, no, be happy, do this, go hustle. You should, why? If I feel like feeling sad today, why not? Why can't I just feel sad and not have to feel guilty for it? I watched an interview with Esther Perel, and she was like, do you notice that when you're happy about something, you smile and you laugh and you show it, but when you're sad, you try to suppress your tear. And when you cry, you have to justify why you're crying. But when you laugh, you never have to justify why you laugh, but you have to justify why you cry. And I think it's ridiculous. Like, just, we're human at the end of the day.
Yeah, Esther's great psychiatrist.
Oh my God, she's
so wise.
Wonderful. I love her so much.
So, of course, as a psychotherapist myself, one thing that I talk about with clients a lot, it's actually a core tenet of mental health, is our brains are evolutionarily optimized. And there is no such thing as empty or useless emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Every feeling, emotions, or thoughts, even if it's intrusive thoughts, anxious thoughts, ruminations, whatever they are, they all serve a purpose. They all have function. So usually when a client comes to me for anxiety or GAD, general anxiety disorder, I ask them, what do you think your anxiety is serving you? What is the function of your emotion, in this case, anxiety? And they're stunned. They're like, what do you mean my anxiety serves a purpose? What do you mean the functionality of my emotions, like anxiety? I just want it to go away. It's like, yes, and it's protecting you. So the grief, the loss, the anger, the sadness you just alluded to, they all serve a purpose and a function. Oh. You have to dig deep to understand your emotions. That's how you address them.
It's a message. It's your body's form of communication. Your body doesn't speak English or
That's
Arabic.
That's funny.
This is how your body communicates, through emotions, anxiety, anger. And when I realized this, that's when I was like, okay, I'm anxious. Great, I'm anxious. This means I'm a sensitive person. This means I'm a creative person. How can I put my anxiety to use? And yeah, yesterday I was going through my TikTok, and there was a video of Bella Hadid, and she was saying that it was a very random video about her waking up with puffy eyes, and she was like, I'm trying to do my affirmations, but I feel like an anxious wreck. And like, okay, yeah, you are loved, yeah, you are this, yeah, but it doesn't feel genuine. And I was like, wow, like even the most beautiful woman in the world suffers from morning anxiety. It's so normal, it's so human.
Yeah, comparison syndrome is innate to human nature, and all of us, everyone has. It's like the idea that, I think we talked about this offline maybe a couple months ago when we hung out, but you can't be inspired all the time. You can't be mindful all the time.
Impossible.
You can't be awe-inducing all the time.
Impossible.
Because if you do, awe loses its essence.
Exactly.
Mindfulness loses its purpose. So you need the contrast to show the beauty.
Definitely. The world depends on an interplay of opposites. There's an Arabic proverb translated into English. It's all sun makes desert. It can't be sunny all the time. And the rain is productive. This is why I hate this culture that's insinuating that rain is counterproductive and rain is unhealthy and you shouldn't. No, how am I going to enjoy the sun if it doesn't rain from time to time? As cliche as that sounds.
It's very thematic because it's been raining and flooding in Los Angeles. Yeah, you have to remember that it's sunny, there's a lot of drought, and it's like the seasonality of life. If it's only sunny, it's the desert, like the proverb.
Yes.
But if it's only raining, then it's floods and there's no life. You need both.
And about anxiety, actually one time, a few months ago, I posted a TikTok about it because I spent 2 days. So my anxiety comes in bouts. It's like sporadic. Sometimes I feel anxious all day and then I don't feel anxious for a week. And then suddenly I feel anxious like for 2 hours and then it's gone for no reason. And like it's sporadic. And there's this one time that I was feeling really, really like chronically anxious. Like I was thinking of taking a Xanax, to be honest. Like I was that anxious. And then I was like, you know what, let me try everything I usually do when I feel anxious. I took a bubble bath. I filled my tub with Epsom salt, with magnesium flakes, with the bath bomb. I put the turmeric essential oil. I did the whole deal. I lighted candles.
No
Yeah.
roses?
No roses though. It wasn't romantic like that. But I sat in the tub. I read somewhere that your body holds balls of energy, and the salt like it diffuses these balls that are stuck in certain areas of your body or your aura. So that's why I take bubble baths from time with heavy sea salt. So I did that, and I dried myself. I'm like, okay, I still feel anxious. I still felt anxious. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym. Maybe I need to work out. Did a 2-hour workout, very intense workout. Sat down. I was like, I still feel anxious. I did a meditation. Still felt anxious. I did qigong. Still felt anxious. I did everything that I would usually. I made a list of all the things I usually do, like my healing modalities: dancing, running, gymming, bubble bath, TTT, ta ta ta.
EFT tapping? Did you tap?
I tapped. It worked, and then the anxiety came back. It worked for like an hour. I'm like, what's happening? Like, I even asked for help from the 4D. Oh, someone's helped me take this anxiety. It felt like a block on my chest. And it's funny when you ask people, like, where do you feel the anxiety? Each person has a different answer. Some of them feel here,
shoulders, stomach.
Shoulders, So I always feel it on my chest, like underneath my throat chakra, and like here. Like, and it feels like not something concrete, but it feels somewhat gaseous and heavy. And sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's dark blue. It has colors. And so I always address it, and then I try to remove it, and somehow it comes back. So that day I sat with myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do, I did a kindness meditation. I'm going to be kind to myself. And I kid you not, all it did was me sitting down with myself and saying, you know what, this anxious version of myself, she's wonderful. I love this anxious version of myself. And I accept her. Whatever, I'm anxious. Why am I trying to get rid of the anxiety? I'm anxious, so be it. Like 30 minutes later, I didn't feel anxious anymore. All it took was that. All it took was acceptance. All it took was me saying, I feel anxious. Fine. So be it. I'm going to write it out.
Hey Seekers, if you enjoyed watching that short clip, I strongly recommend clicking here for the full-length episode. Here's to discovering more valuable life stories with practical mental health insights. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.